Last night, my light-skinned Caucasian wife texted me saying she needed space. But 2 hours later, my friend sent me a picture of her at a rooftop bar.
My wife texted me one evening saying she needed space after a stressful day. Her message felt colder than usual, but I didn't push her. She said she would be home late because her team had a surprise work meeting. I believed her like an idiot who still trusted his heart. 2 hours later, my friend Leo sent me a screenshot of my wife at a rooftop bar. She wasn't with coworkers. She was sitting close to a man I recognized from her office photos. They looked too comfortable, too familiar, too intentional. Leo asked if I wanted to confront them, but I said no. I wanted truth, not drama. So I went home, pretending I never saw the image. She walked in later, smelling of perfume she never wore for me. She smiled nervously when she saw me awake. She claimed the meeting ran long. I didn't challenge her, not yet. The next day, she acted sweeter than usual. She made breakfast, kissed my forehead, and told me she loved me. Her sudden affection felt like guilt wearing perfume. At work, Leo sent me another picture. This time she was inside a cafe with the same man, leaning close enough for whispers. I felt something inside me shift, not heartbreak, but clarity. That evening I told her I'd be home late. She didn't ask why, which confirmed everything. Leo and I followed her discreetly when she left the house all dressed up. She drove directly to a quiet restaurant across town. We watched her meet the man at the door, smiling like she never smiled for me anymore. He touched her waist as they walked inside. I felt a sting, but also a strange calm. I didn't storm in or shout. I simply recorded them through the window, hand in hand, laughing like new lovers. Then I drove home without telling her anything. I spent the night gathering financial statements and messages she forgot to delete. I found conversations filled with excuses she planned to use if she ever got caught. She wrote that I was boring, too loyal, and too easy to manipulate. Those words hurt more than the affair itself. In the morning, she walked into the kitchen acting normal. She kissed my cheek as if she wasn't betraying me. I handed her a cup of coffee and waited for the right moment. When her phone buzzed on the counter, the screen lit up with his name. She froze when she saw me reading it. I asked her calmly how work was going. She dropped the coffee cup and started shaking. She insisted it was nothing, just friendly banter. I asked her if friendly banter usually involves hotel reservations. She went silent, her face draining of color. She begged me to sit and talk. I sat, not because she deserved it, but because I wanted to hear her lies. She claimed she felt neglected, unseen, misunderstood. She said he listened to her. She said it just happened. I told her affairs don't just happen. I told her lies don't just happen. She tried to hold my hand, but I pulled away. She panicked when she realized I wasn't yelling. Calmness scared her more than anger ever could. I told her I knew everything. I told her I had pictures, messages, and recordings. Her tears started, but mine never came. She begged for forgiveness. She offered therapy, promises, and second chances. I told her I'd already made my decision. Her voice cracked when she asked what that decision was. I slid divorce papers across the table. She went silent like someone unplugged her from her own reality. She said the other man promised he loved her. I told her to let him prove it. 2 hours later, she left the house to go to him. Leo texted me an update from the parking lot. The man refused to open the door for her. He told her he wasn't ready for drama. She cried in the hallway while he ignored her. Leo said she looked completely lost. I didn't feel joy, but I felt closure. That night I packed her belongings into neat boxes. I left them on the porch with her name written clearly. When she returned, she begged me again to reconsider. I told her trust, once shattered, becomes dust. She said she regretted everything. I told her regret is just awareness arriving too late. She stepped off the porch with her boxes, shaking and silent. When she drove away, I felt the weight lift from my chest. I sat alone in the quiet house and breathed for the first time in months. Leo called and asked how I felt. I told him the truth, free, calm, and strangely grateful. Not for the betrayal, but for the clarity it forced me to see. Sometimes the heart needs to break to remember its own worth.